Hey guys, what's up? Live from Johnstown, Pennsylvania. It's Saturday night. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Not much to talk about this week. Like I said, the Diddy situation is still going on. I think one of the major test people who going to testify against is one of his assistants. But I'm gonna break it down quite simply this with a simple question for you folks. Let's say for the sake of argument, Diddy beats the rap. It's a horrible pun, but think of it this way though. Deadpool says hello with some apple juice. Don't judge me. I like this stuff. So my question to you is this. Let's say for the sake of argument, what if P. Diddy, Sean Combs, beats the rap? His lawyers say, oh, he's innocent and not all that. They try to discredit, like, say, Cass Ventura, say, she's into the freak offs. Are you sure about that? Diddy is a very dominant, controlling alpha monster and all that. I mean, the guy, there's boundaries that not exist for this man. Any guys with any very beautiful wives, keep them away from Diddy, or your wives would be his women, and he has zero problem knocking them up or doing Lord knows whatever he does. He's that type of controlling monster. That's one. So I try to think what's the term for it. I want to say Stockholm syndrome, stuff like that, where the kidnapped is sympathizing with the kidnapper. If that makes sense. There's a story about this some young millionaire girl who got kidnapped by kidnappers. Next thing you know, she switched sides, joined the kidnapping side. I think her name was Patty Hearst, if I'm correct. Plus, two, I don't think that's all for the people going to testify against Diddy. Still, lawsuits galore be coming his way. And I don't think that's all you hear from people. There's more people, especially big names, who will come and testify against him. You know, but in terms of the people who work with him, that'd be the most damning, especially that evidence to back it up. Plus, two, you saw people actually reacting to some of the freak offs. Some people were deeply disturbed. Some people going like, "Are you serious?" I'm glad I'm not in a situation where I gotta see it and be an eyewitness to it or testify against it. It's like it's a hard thing. It's very hard to try to put yourself through. It's very difficult, especially with someone who you care and love. Like Cassie's husband, I don't know how he does it. If that marriage lasts after her testifying against Diddy, I'd be surprised. A lot of guys will look at this, will not look at Cassie the same way again, and walk. Plain and simple. It's very difficult. It's very painful to watch. Let me take a quick look to see if it's coming on my Facebook feed before I forget. Yeah, let me see. Oh, yeah, I'm live. And the verdict is yes. Put the sound down. I sound weird and loud on my little iPhone. That's fun. Android phone. Yeah, iPhone. Yeah, I'm not going to pay a ridiculous amount of money and all that. Besides, I'm an Android user since day one. But other than that, folks, what do you think life would be like for Diddy if he beats the rap? In my opinion, though, things are not going to go the way it was. He's not going to simply go and, like, say, leave the courthouse. Like, say he be acquitted of everything. Let's say he gets the OJ treatment. He gets acquitted for everything, especially the RICO charges. Let's say he gets acquitted. Do you think life would be the same afterwards? Not by a long shot. Number one, witnesses will see him as the man with the dead, rotting albatross around his neck. Say, no way. This guy got a very messy reputation. Not very likely. It's bad business. In fact, he lost a lot of business because a lot of accusations flying his way like crazy. That's one. Two, a lot of his A-plus friends of the entertainment world will start giving him a lot of distance. Now, can he still make money? I think he still can. He makes some music, makes some music videos, makes some albums. He might make some money, but not the way he used to. I mean, the big money he used to make, the guy was a straight billionaire at one point, but not anymore. Not anymore. One more thing to keep in mind, though, too. Unless this guy plans to be smarter than OJ, and I tell you why I said smarter than OJ. OG was, was charged with one of the most horrendous crimes in American history. But you have to keep in mind, though, too, this only heals where Rodney King got the brakes beaten off of him in Los Angeles, California, for the whole world to see. And those dirty, stinking, corrupt cops. And that's why most of the city, most of this urban cities was ablaze. I mean, people lost their minds. Do I agree with them setting rioting and all that? No, I don't agree with it whatsoever. Why are you setting your backyard on fire? The irony was at some point, I think during George Floyd, they were breaking the Beverly Hills. Why? When they went to Beverly Hills and started looting there, wow, that's really bad. It's bad if people start looting, like destroying all property, but it's going to a place like Beverly Hills and start looting, that's bad. When they go to a place like Manhattan where you think will never get looted, that's really bad. I'm not talking about anywhere in Manhattan, like, places where like the upper class would go and do their shopping. They start looting there. I'm like, wow. Okay, let's try this again. Sorry about that. If anything, folks, you want, hit me with a super chat, say hello and all that stuff. Do not be afraid to say hi. Um, but overall, with P. Diddy, like, he get the OJ treatment, he gets acquitted of all crimes, especially RICO. Like, keep in mind, though, like I said, business-wise, he's going to suffer because a lot of businesses will not be in a hurry to deal with him. He'd be the guy with the dead, rotting albatross around his neck. A lot of his friends, especially big-name friends, A-plus friends, especially A-plus celebrities, they would keep away from him. Say, no way. He's a huge, huge risk. They're not going to chance with. They're not going to, basically, all the crazy partying he used to be able to have at will, gone, done. But there's two more factors you keep forgetting, though, in terms of Diddy. Even though he's acquitted of all the charges and all that, number one, he made a lot of enemies. You're not going to tell me this guy rose in power, took all the women that belonged to them, to the previous men, and they going to let that slide. No way. He made a lot of enemies. You're not going to tell me there's no repercussions. You're not going to tell me there be those very nasty receipts that come after him. That's just one. Second, most importantly, just look at OJ. I would sure for OJ, since he's acquitted, that's it. All you got to do is stay out of trouble, play golf, that's it. If I heard the story correctly, though, he did something stupid where it was on camera and all that stuff. They got enough hardcore evidence. You're going to tell me that the authorities are going to let it go and do nothing? No, they're going to wait for you to trip up and screw up. And as hard up that the regular authorities were, you think the feds going to simply go and let it slide and let it go? No. The moment that Diddy slips up again, one way or the other, they're going to get him. They can't charge him with the same thing twice, I think. I think it has something to do with double jeopardy, but they find something else. They find something else to get him with. No question, no debate about that. So overall, in one sense, yeah, he may, beat the rap, but for how long? Cause look at R. Kelly, cause I heard he was accused of some stuff like that. I feel like, okay, as long as he keeps himself out of trouble, he'll be fine. Next thing you know, he's doing a life sentence. And I'm like, whoa. Harvey Feinstein, you think he gonna get over and he didn't get over. He's doing time too. And the reason he might get out because he might be dying. Overall, what are your thoughts on it, folks? What are your thoughts on the situation with Diddy about might be paroled or might be getting out? Because his lawyer is fighting tooth and nail, but the prosecutors are not exactly sleeping on this. I have a gut feeling that the prosecutors have a lot of heavy firepower left before this is said and done. And that's it for Diddy. Now, where was that? Oh, yeah, the illegal migrants who came here. Hey, this is what drives me crazy about this the migrants, if I'm correct. They're from south of the border, flying their flags, screaming about how they hate America. And strangely, I see some of the videos, some have Iranian flags, other Middle Eastern flags. They're saying they hate America and all that stuff. Meanwhile, they burning our flag. I want you people to understand something here. You mean to tell me that, and this is the funny thing, this is why Trump sent ICE after these guys. And the people in California, the politicians in California got the nerve to get upset. And the moment they try to interfere with ICE, they got arrested. You know what I say? Throw them in prison. I'm not talking about like, the Club Med prison. No, from and Gen Pop were the rest of us peasants. Make them understand what they are being dealing with. Plain and simple. Because if these politicians don't have the stones to deal with the problem of illegal immigration, why are you in office then? Oh yeah, for the freebies. You're not through fleecing the people. That's why Trump sent armed forces, especially Marines. You want no smoke with any Marines, especially I think it's the 2-7. If I heard correctly, though, you don't want no smoke with them. Not track at the positive, oh, you're doing, no. Number one, your people, your politicians, especially in California, you need to shut your mouth. I say about all you need to be like, number one, ran out of office, into prison. Then Mayor Karen Bass, she's a joke. Mr. Wannabe Giga Chad Gavin Newsom, another one with the extra amount of hair gel, probably brought some extra like slippery stuff from Pete Diddy's closet as well on top of it and all that. Trying to run for president. Well, you're funny. Yeah, you're not making me laugh, make me want to get sick. Because right now you try to turn California to be, try to spread that insanity to the rest of the United States. That's insanity at its highest form. In terms of the homeless problem, throw money. You don't throw money at the problem of the homeless problem. You actually solve it. Why we have a homeless problem? Why people can't afford, a decent home? Why the wages are so stagnant? Why things so expensive in California, for heaven's sakes? And the biggest question you ask is, why many people are leaving California? My biggest issue with that is the people leaving California have to be like liberal Democrats trying to flip red states blue. No. Here's the deal. You come to the red state, you're not going to flip it blue. But as for illegal migrants, you try to make them into legal voters through the census. No, that stops. I can't blame Trump for doing it. And one more thing, too. How did that if Obama done it? And Obama has sent away more illegal aliens than Trump, but where's the protest against him? How come Obama, who was nicknamed the porter-in-chief, were his protests? He didn't get nowhere near the smoke as Trump. He got nowhere near the work as Trump. But because Trump started to go Republican, he's like, oh, how dare he? No, you can stop the cap. Stop the cap, stop the crap. It's done. And one more thing. These people coming out of countries, acting like they're going to conquer this country. Are you serious? You guys need a history lesson here? Oh, don't worry. I will provide a history lesson this week, how the United States got Mexico. You're not going to like it, but it's in the history books. And part of the reason why, because like your own politicians in Mexico sold Mexico to the United States. Oh, don't worry. That lesson's coming very soon. I promise you. But here's what I don't get, though. How does it make you Why the politicians find these people who came here who are known murderers, rapists, traffickers? You're fighting to keep them here? Are you stupid? It's like you're bringing an arsonist to work in the oil refinery. Are you serious here? Are we in the Lululand here? Come on. And another thing too, I want you to think about this. Folks, I want to think about this. Imagine this. Like say I go to Moscow. I take one of the big, beautiful Russian flags, like the flag that represents Moscow, the flag that represents Russia. I take a whiz on it, take a dump on it, set it on fire while waving this flag right here behind me. You gonna tell me the Russian government be okay with it? No. The moment I do so much is touch that flags inappropriately, I will disappear. I'll forget it. I won't be around. I'll be in some gulag working myself to an early grave. In some cases, I won't make it that far. You think China can cut me a break? Same thing. I go to China, go to their capital, do the same thing. Hold up their big Chinese flag, do the same thing, try to desecrate it. Guess what? I will go bye-bye as well. I either A, go to a prison camp, which is say, like, no, this filthy America ain't worth it, or B, I'm going to disappear. I don't want to imagine what's going to happen to me, but it'd be pretty bad. And repeat that with North Korea. Repeat that with Cuba and Venezuela. It won't be a good thing. It won't. Not by a long shot. But some for a reason, there's a story about a girl who snuck into Mexico without having proper papers. She got deported. How is it that a girl, I think she got almost dual citizenship, she still got deported from Mexico back to the United States? I'm thinking, wow. But for some reason, someone deported an illegal migrant from here. It's a federal case. Well, I'm not done yet. There's a story about this one female governor who's going to give more money to the illegal migrants in terms of legal fees. So you got to give about like how many billions of dollars? I forgot how much, but I'm going, let me get this straight. You already gave billions of dollars to these people, which tells you one thing. These politicians care way more about the illegal migrants than his own U.S. citizens. But in case these geniuses, these liberal Democrats forgotten, that is what cost them the election. They care way more for the illegal migrants than the American citizens. And what about the people who came here legally? I know they're not happy. I know they're ticked off. I know they're going like, what the heck? And they are happy to be here. They're happy to come here to this country. They're happy to assimilate this country. These people, they deserve our love. They deserve our respect. They deserve our everything. If anybody deserves to get, to help them out, it'll be the people who do it legally. And I said before, I say it again. This is an issue like what we can't move fast enough. Hire more lawyers, hire more judges, hire more personnel to make this immigration thing go more smoothly, and make sure the vetting process is improved. Because now I'm more of a positive guy. Like, Lord knows how many terrorist cells in this country under Biden's watch. You heard me. We got Lord knows how many terrorist cells under Biden's watch. Some say, well, it ought to be for the border. You're right, it has to be for the border, but the lackadaisical vetting, they could simply come for the airport like everybody else. There's one person threatened to the food supply from China. And now because Israel and Iran is having a beef and we may get involved, electrical grid system may be in danger as well. But we should not worry about terrorist cells. To the people who support Biden, how do we know? Because no offense, you're not very, very reliable. If anything that will come security in this country, you people suck at it. I feel safe with the fox guarding their hen house compared to some of your politicians. That's how bad you suck. I feel safe with the fox guarding their hen house. That's how bad you guys are. Typically, your ratings are in the toilet. Unbelievable. But I digress. So if I talk about Diddy, I'll talk about how the liberal Democrats suck and protect this country. Did I forget something here? Oh, yeah. I'm going to talk about this real briefly, though. I'm going to talk about it real quickly about how 6 illegal migrants charged in South Carolina's mother's murder defy decency in civilized society. Civilized society, says one sheriff. I'm going to click on the link so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to do a separate video for that one here. But I'm gonna touch up this quickly because I'm going like I'll not be surprised this happened, but I'm not saying I'm happy about it. I'm just really sad and sickened about it, and all because these illegal aliens are here, and no one move a finger to after the. And you go wait to after the fact. I can hear this news now. Well, if not them, might be somebody who was born and raised. It's bad enough if you got a criminal who was born and raised here. That'd be bad enough. That person should get the death penalty. These guys had no business here, period. But yet here we are. Let's start off here. This is from Fox News. This is like about from a week ago. It goes on and starts saying 6 illegal migrants or illegal aliens charged in South Carolina's mother's murder defy decency and civilized society, according to one sheriff. His name is Sheriff Vail, described Thompson's murder as random robbery attempt. So you make it sound like people make it sound like there's no such thing as a criminal illegal alien. There's no such thing as a criminal illegal migrant. So stupid. This is what it says here. Authorities in Lancaster, South Carolina, has charged 6 illegal immigrants between the ages of 13 to 21. That's the part shocking though. The youngest one is 13, but he participated in the murder, which kind of made me think like, what happened? Why it happened? In connection with the random May 2nd murder of a mother who was driving to meet her friends in Rock Hill. Lancaster County Sheriff's Office deputies located Larisha Sherelle Thompson, 40, deceased with a gunshot wound behind the wheel of a vehicle on Riverside Road in Lancaster, was located at about an hour south of Charlotte, North Carolina. On May 12th, authorities announced the arrest of 3 adults, including Azel Aminat, Aminadadas, Torres Chirelos. Okay, how about this? Azrael, Torres, Jarvi, Jason, and 3 juveniles, which is 13, 14, 15. Wow. So you got 3 adults, 3 teens. So you got adults, corruption minor, which is not good. These 3 teens, I'm sorry, should be faced the penalties as well. They should know right from wrong, no matter what language. This should defy any sense of decency in a civilized society, Lancaster Sheriff Barry Vail said in a Monday statement. Ms. Thompson was going about her business on a Friday night, not bothering anyone. All of a sudden, these 6 men and boys out to get something for nothing from someone they did not know, had no business bothering, pull alongside a car, and Torres Chirinos opened fire, killing Ms. Thompson. There's no place in our society for acts like this or people who commit them. My hope is for all 6 men, that these 6 men never again among us. Oh, that's simple. Give them all the death penalty, including the kids. I'm sorry it sounds cold, but come on. Department of Homeland Security has placed detainers on all 6 individual charged. Vail said during a press conference and adding to the community, it's a much safer place today because these 6 individuals are off the streets. It'd be nice to be out of the country, to get off the streets. How about out of the country, folks? Come on. Vail alleged that the suspects pulled alongside Thompson family, shot her in what authorities believe is a random robbery attempt. No, sounds like either A, carjacking, or possible execution. One or two. Authorities believe that all 6 suspects were in the same vehicle with Torres Chirinos, who was driving and allegedly fired a fatal shot at Thompson. They all accused her of attempting to enter her vehicle, then fleeing the scene upon realizing it was locked. No kidding. And this is the part that puts a smile on my face. ICE arrests 422 illegal immigrants in Houston sweep, including suspects wanted for the murder, arson. There you go. On April 30th, deputies were all dispatched at Van Wyck Mart on 644 Rocket Hill Highway before 8 a.m. to investigate a burglary. The store owner told deputies that surveillance video footage show several young men trying to get into the store around 10:30 p.m. on April 29th. They couldn't get inside. They allegedly broke open the door on northwest corner of the building, which opened up to a bathroom which had access inside the store. So basically, yeah. The suspect also accused of firing a handgun at a security camera and the bathroom door. Detectives collected ballistics evidence at the scene. the location of the store the suspect allegedly broke into, and the location of Thompson's murder are 7 minutes or 7 minute drive apart. Detective determined the ballistic evidence recovered from the scene of the murder came from the same 9mm gun as those scenes of that. So basically, these guys get into the burglary to the store. Southern Border Apprehension plunged more than 90% from a year ago. CBP says. For digital surveillance, investigators also identified Torres Chinos, the 21-year-old suspect, at the scene of both crimes. They questioned him at the sheriff's office on May 8th, but at the end of the day, he identified and located and detained the additional 5 suspects. That's a shame. This woman, this guy killed over her car. The 3 adult suspects are charged with murder, attempted armed robbery, second-degree burglary. I can't say burglary. Burglary. I need a speech therapist. Somebody give me a speech therapist. Burglary. Yeah. Second-degree burglary. Oh, hate that word. Authorities believe that Torres Chirinos fired a handgun in both incidents, and he is charged with 2 counts of firearm possessions during the commission of crime and 1 count of firearm possession by an unlawful alien. A judge denied bond for all 3 men. Good. Because any judge that says give him bond, she gets slapped with a very stiff penalty themselves. Like, oh, you don't want to pay the bond? Maybe you should pay it instead. The 3 juveniles are also charged with murder, attempted armed robbery, and second-degree burglary. All 6 suspects are subject to removal from the United States under federal immigration law based on their immigration status, the sheriff says. Well, no kidding. Goes on to say here, the Department of Homeland Security had placed detainers on 6, Fail said. That doesn't mean the federal government will scoop them up and send them out of the country before the case is heard in court. That simply means for any reason, if any one or more of them becomes eligible for release before their charges are resolved in court, Homeland Security would take custody of them and they would not be back on our street. Our intention for all 6 would be detained until they face the full weight of a judicial system. Thompson's family is grieving and giving their heads. Oh yeah, they're grieving and trying to get their heads around how something this happened. Here's the reality, folks. This is the consequence where we elect the wrong people to protect us. We didn't. I'll take that back. I apologize. We didn't. Honestly, I didn't elect them, but the country in general, they elected the wrong people. No, let me take that back. It's not they elect the wrong people. They elect the worst people. They are so soft on crime, it's unreal. Have you noticed that with crime skyrocketed when Biden was elected? I promise you, the criminal organizations from every walk of life were popping champagne bottles like crazy. But the moment Trump was elected, they were like, oh crap. Everyone that's sphincters shut real tight, because they knew they are done. They are so done because when Trump comes back in office, like, nah. You think it's Clint Eastwood's coming back to town. Yeah, that's how bad it would be for them. And that's about here. But bottom line, folks, it's a doggone shame that now you got to worry about somebody who's from another country taking your life like they're conquering war heroes. Are you serious? As for like the people fighting the ICE agents, is Trump coming to come on? Obama was allowed to have National Guard to bolster up the borders itself, and no one better eyelash. But the moment Trump's calling Marines because like ICE agents being attacked by civilians and other illegal migrants, that's a problem. Here's the thing I can say about this. These are the same people who will protest until the problem comes to their doorstep. It's kind of funny, like the illegal migrants get shipped to Martha's Vineyard. There's a problem. But wait a minute, you want the migrants so badly, why not you have them in your backyard? Why do you put them in the blue states? And the blue states are getting murdered. They are getting murdered badly. But you know what? I'm tired of talking about things like getting my nerves, get me mad and stuff like that. I want to talk about something that's going to put a smile on your face, something that's going to make you feel good. I love you so far. Okay, good. Let's talk about something more fun, more positive. Let me see. For example, folks, what are you familiar with? When you're thinking of the name Mel Brooks, what comes to mind? Seriously, what comes to mind when you think of Mel Brooks? Well, let's see. I could go right here. Oh, ironic. Let me see how old Mel Brooks for starters. He is how old? Yeah, Mel Brooks, he's American actor, comedian, filmmaker, and songwriter. Okay. In terms of songwriting, I can't be too shocked. How old is this guy again? He's born. Oh, snap! Get out of here. June 28th, 1926. This guy's gonna be 99 coming up. If I'm correct, he was born June 28th, 1926. So this guy's gonna be 99 this June. In fact, next week he'd be 99. But when you think of Mel Brooks, for one thing though, you can think of a lot of wild things. You see, where was this guy born? You get to Wikipedia, Mel Brooks. If this guy's born in Brooklyn, I'm gonna flip out. Okay, he's born New York City. Okay. How many times this guy's married? One, two. He was married to Anne Bancroft, because why not? Okay, he served in World War II. Not surprised he's old enough. Sheesh. This guy been around. He's World War II. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. But let me get. Wait a minute here. Time out. Oh no. Yep. I didn't know this though. Honestly, I didn't know this. Remember the show Get Smart? Yeah. Mel Brooks did that. I would love to be shocked, but I'm not that surprised. In fact, yep, it won 7 primetime Emmy Awards with Don Adams. With Don Adams' iconic shoe phone. And folks, you're not gonna tell me there's no shoe phone out in the world. It's gonna be pricey, but there's some shoe phones out there. But let me see if I can find what movies that Mel Brooks has done and started as well, because we can Wikipedia with Mel Brooks so you can see for yourself. This is like insane. There's a reason why I bring up Mel Brooks, because it's a movie he's going to be doing very soon, and it's a sequel we haven't seen in a very long time. Don't worry, you've seen it long enough. I'll talk about other uploads and all that. Yep. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, Mel Brooks. Go back to this one here. See what movies this guy has made. I mean, he made a lot of movies. This guy made an insane amount of movies. Okay, this is one he did. One he did, he made Blazing Saddles. His third film. His third film. Hold on here. Here we go. Modest. Let me go that way, because I'm getting. Hold on a sec. I don't want to get too messed up here. Mel Brooks movies. Here we go. Boom. Like I said, he made a lot of movies. This man made an insane amount of movies. So let me find a more familiar one. Okay. I'm looking for the early movies that he did. 2,000-Year-Old Man. Okay, that I saw. It's a cartoon. I've seen it a long time ago. I rented it a long time ago. It was pretty funny. What do you think of it, folks? Have you seen a 2,000-Year-Old Man? And Mel Brooks was in it. I think part was a cartoon, part was like some type of. I don't know how he did it, but it was pretty funny. No question about it. If you've seen a 2,000-Year-Old Man, let me know in the comments down below. Blazing Saddles. So all my Gen X's, we all heard of Blazing Saddles. Anybody who knows anything, we all heard and seen Blazing Saddles. I promise, we all seen Blazing Saddles. That's a guarantee. What else? Dracula, dead and loving it. Okay, that I have to confess, I haven't seen that one, but if Leslie Nielsen's in it, should be pretty funny. Make sure that make sure this one here is here you go. Haven't seen that one. To be or not to be? I don't know. I tried to be or not to be. I'm not sure. Okay, I don't think I've seen that one. Some movie I heard is pretty good. Life Stakes I heard is pretty good. Well, see, what else they have? Here we go. High Anxiety, saw that. That's funny. History of the World, pretty funny. Very funny indeed. No question about it. But there's two movies that that got my attention. And folks, I want you to tell me if I'm wrong or not. Two movies in particular that I had a blast with. One of them is Spaceballs, the Star Wars spoof. I'm sorry. I mean, they spoofed the crap out of Star Wars. And guess what? Spaceballs 2 is supposed to be coming out next year. Please tell me you're going to see that. To all my Gen X's out there, please tell me you're going to see Spaceballs 2. It should be interesting. The Swartz is back. Nice. But people swear that Young Frankenstein is the funniest Mel Brooks movie in the world. It's funny. It's comical. No question about it. With the late great Gene Wilder in there and the late great Terry Garr was in there. I love that movie. Madeline Kahn, that's funny. Peter Ball, great cast. But it's a funny movie. But if I'm going to pick a movie that I think is way funnier, in my opinion, it has to be Robin Hood, Men in Tights. I'm sorry. People saying I'm sorry. Robin Hood, Men in Tights is the only Mel Brooks movie that had me dying laughing from start to finish. I wish I was exaggerating. I wish I was capping, but I'm not. I mean, it is the funniest movie, at least to me. I was cracking up from the beginning credits of the movie right up to from the beginning of the movie right to the end credits. I was just rolling. In my opinion, that's too funny. Hold on a sec here. This I gotta find it, and you see what I'm talking about. Oh no, I have. I can get that one here. If I can get to it here, folks, at least it'd be worth it. It'd be worth it. I can't wait. That one was hysterical. It was funny to me, like from start to finish. And people say, no, Young Frankenstein's fine. No, I'm sorry. If anything, it's Robin Hood, Men in Tights. You're not touching it. You're not going to touch it. I don't care what anyone says. In fact, let me just go there. Because I got to find it. Because I got this one especially saved for such an occasion. And when we say, here we go.
We're men in tights. We roam around the forest looking for fights. We're men in tights. We run from the rich and give to the poor, that's right. We may look like sissies, but what would you say, or else we'll put out your lights. We're men in tights. Always on guard, defending the people's rights. La, la, We're men, manly men, we're men in tights. Yes! We roam around the forest looking for fights. We're men in tights. We run from the rich and give to the poor, that's right. We may look like ants,
I'm done. I'm done. Oh my goodness. I think one of this opening season trailer, I think it's Carl Elves, I think. I think when Prince John say like, why should the people of Sherwood Forest listen to you? And then Robin say like, unlike other Robin Hoods, I could speak with an English accent. I would die at that. Like, oh, Robin Costa just got slapped hard with it. I'm sorry, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, like the action's good, but Robin Costa did not sell. I was not sold as Robin Costa as Robin Hood. He got too thick of a Brooklyn accent, and I should know. Ah, oh my God, Mel Brooks is like he did sing him. He's like, oh my word, Robert Cossack. I bet money to this day Robert Cossack got roasted over his betrayal of Robert. He just got roasted. That's like, no, bro, that's not it. I'm sorry. That Brooklyn accent is it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. No. Oh my word. Can you pick me try to be like Shaka Zulu with with my voice, the way I talk, with my inflections and all that, with my New York accent, ain't gonna work. Then there's Africa like, who is this human being here? Who is this strange man here? Oh my word. I just want to end this on a laugh though. We have too many serious things going on. At least with Mel Brooks, hoping that puts a laugh, a smile on your face. So in terms of Spaceballs 2, I hope you see that. I say look at the other Mel Brooks movies like Robin Hood Men in Tights, in my opinion, to me at least, it's the funniest Mel Brooks movie to date. It doesn't be wrong. Spaceballs, hysterical, love that. History of the World was downright sick and hysterical. It's unbelievably funny. And the thing that and all we asking for is like for Mel Brooks to last to at least one. It would be kind of cool if this man survived to be 100 years old. He'd be the oldest comedian. So far, we came so close so many times. Betty White, 1 year away. I think. Let me see. What did George Burns live to be 100 years old? You know what? I'm going to ask the AI. Maybe they can tell me what I need to know. Let's see, hold on. Who was the world's oldest comedian? Tell me don't seem right. Try again. Who was the world's oldest male comedian? You can't be serious. Okay, get tired of it. How old was Bob Hope when he passed away? Okay, so Bob Hope was 100. Okay, I'm not done yet. How old was George Burns when he passed away? That's impressive. That's impressive. He took so far. He got Bob Hope and George Burns. George Burns is Oh, wait a minute here. Who was the oldest American comedian? Okay. Right now, Mel Brooks is one of the oldest living American comedians. Yep. A true icon in the world of comedy and filmmaking, known for making legendary contributions to the industry. That's fact. That's fact. But here's something I didn't realize too. But these guys were like, you got George Abbott, had no clue who he is. Sylvia Atkinson, not a clue. Rosa, have no clue. Louis Alexander, have no clue. See all 309. What on earth? Wow. Let's see, go here. I'm curious, like, okay, you got George Abbott. So far, these guys, I don't know who on earth they are. Holy moly, he's back. See. I try to find a word that looks familiar. Canadian American dancer, how cute. Okay, female. Well, there's gonna be a lot of females in there because they usually outlive the men. Surprise. I try to find a word that looks familiar. Canadian American dancer, how cute. Norma Corwin. There's gonna be a lot of females in there because they usually outlive the men. Kirk Douglas was a comedian? Well, he's an actor, to be honest, though. Oh, he passed away in 2020, though. He's an actor, yeah. Kirk Douglas was a comedian? Well, he's an actor, to be honest, though. Yeah, Kirk Douglas is more of an actor more than anything else. Bob Hope, of course, he's British-born American. Okay. Oh, he's born in British soil. Okay, I get it now. Bob Hope, cool. He's British-born American. Okay. Oh, he's born in British soil. Okay, I get it now. Should I see if anybody looks familiar? Joe McQueen, but he's an American jazz saxophonist. Okay. Should I see if anybody looks familiar? Joe McQueen, he's an American jazz saxophonist. Yeah, I'm trying to find more familiar names. There's like a lot of octogenarians who came and went and all that. Hal Roach. Okay, the reason that name Hal Roach is familiar, he one of the creators of the Little Rascals. I think he has something to do with Laurel and Hardy, if I'm correct. Take a quick look. Okay, the reason that name Hal Roach is familiar, he one of the creators of the Little Rascals. Take a quick look. Oh, get out of here. Okay, these are the shows this guy has created. Oh, get out of here. 1 million BC? He did that? Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't know that one. That's like an old 1930s, 1940 sci-fi film. Didn't know that. Mice and Men, yes. Read the book of Mice and Men before you even think about saying anything about this. Oh yeah, Laurel Hardy, I was right. See. Oh yeah, Laurel Hardy, I was right. But enough about Little Rascals. It is Andy Denova, Abbott and Costello, of course. Little Rascals. I'm not surprised. It is Andy Denova, Abbott and Costello, of course. I'm not surprised. I'm just gonna find a couple of the Little Rascals here. Our Gang, okay, comedic shorts. Yep, I was right. Our Gang, also known as Little Rascals, or Hal Roach's, nice name, Hal Roach's Rascals. Yep, I was right. This is crazy, but I'm loving it. I didn't take like a detour and all that, but that's pretty interesting though. Go over here real quick. Almost done, folks. I didn't mean to hold you up because I gotta go to sleep myself. I didn't mean to hold you up, but I gotta go to sleep myself. But that's pretty interesting though. Almost done, folks. I didn't mean to hold you up because I gotta go to sleep myself. I didn't mean to hold you up, but I gotta go to sleep myself. Okay, and that's all we got here. Yeah, like I said, those Spaceballs too. That's gonna be great. Suppose I think Rick Moranis may come back. Pullman might come back. The girl who played Princess Leia. Not Leia. The only two people I know is not coming back is John Candy and Joan Rivers, because unfortunately both of them passed away. Unless you got Sasso play Barf and you got Joan Rivers' daughter playing the robot, I don't know. But in terms of Spaceballs 2, yes. And yes, that should make for an interesting movie. And I'm not going to lie, I will watch it. There's one of the few movies, the only way that this movie could suck and die if you throw Rachel Zegler in it. You might as well, like, put the most woke crap in there. But as long as Mel Brooks, well, this is Mel Brooks. He won't make it woke. He'll make it Mel Brooks that would be pretty zany but fun. Woo! Wow. Anyway, folks, I think it's about done. I think I had fun with this. I'm not gonna lie. The last one with Men in Tights, I had fun with that, and I got a good laugh from that one. I hope you put a smile on your face. But with that, folks, I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna get some rest. I want everybody to be safe and pray for this country, because Lord knows we're gonna need it, though. Because the way things go in this world right now, I think Jesus is about overdue to come here. I don't think he's coming. He's overdue to come here, whether anybody wants to hear it or not. Over that, folks, stay blessed, love and peace. Later. In 3, 2.